that last class. So this is x-axis represents the input size, y-axis represents the value of the function. Okay, so n naught is that one checkpoint. From that onwards, from that right side, the property should holds. For a given function gn, we denote by big O of gn the set of functions big O of gn. That means f of n equal to big O of gn. There exists positive constant c, that is c, this c, and n naught such that 0 is less than f of n is less than c of gn. For all n is greater than n naught, this it is saying this n naught to n. So n is that variable and n is the input size. This is input size. That x-axis represent input size, and then function behavior. That function, your solution behavior is the y-axis. If f of n, there is two line f of n and c of gn. F of n is smaller than c of gn, then f of n equal to big of gn. And from the n naught and backward, function behaves anything. So we don't care about that n naught and backward. And again, this big omega is just reverse of that f of big omega is just reverse of f of n and c of gn. So f of n is greater than c of gn, as definition here. Definition is given in the bottom side, so you can see. So f of n is less than c of gn, then f of n is equal to big omega of gn. In the last class we have already discussed. And positive constant, there is a positive constant n naught. From the n naught and onwards, that means n naught and right side and n naught and backward. Can you see my cursor?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This movement, right? Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yes, sir.
So here the definition is here. By definition, that value of f of n and c of gn cannot be less than 0. That means it cannot go to this side, negative side. And positive constant, and input size never can be a negative, this left side. Okay, now if we combine both f of n, f of big omega and big O, then we will get big theta, that is f of n.
Sir, sir, Fn should be represented on the y-axis, na?
Yes, y-axis.
Yes, sir, it was written below axis, so
This here, right?
yes, sir, yes.
Oh, this is the notation representation. F of n equal to big theta of
That is
g
just
of
for
n. This is title of the this
Yes,
graph. Okay, so n is the input size and f of n such that two constant exist, c2 and c1. If we multiply c1 and c2, then f of n. So n naught. Here from the n naught and onwards, the property must satisfy. It should not cut. And from the n naught and backward, we don't care. Okay, and this should be positive. Am I clear? So here in the last class, as for example, I have given that n naught is 2. In the 2, x to the power x is 4, 2 to the power 2 is 4. Okay, after that, this property follows. X to the power x is this line and 2 to the power x is this line. Then what is the relation between if 2 to the power x is left side? If 2 to the power x is left side, this is left side, then this is g of n. That means 2 to the power x equal to big O of x to the power x. if we take it x-axis in the left side, this x to the power x in the blue curve in the left side, then x to the power x equal to big omega of 2 to the power x. Okay, this is the input size, n is the input size, and this is the output value, function values. Okay, now the properties of that transitive property. So this is a transitive property. If f of n equal to big omega, big O of gn, and gn equal to big O of hn, then f of n equal to big O of hn. So let's have a fun. Okay, a funny joke. I'll take it. How to remember transitive property? What is transitive property? I will say this is just assume. Don't mind, huh? You just assume. You never mind about that. I'll take just assumption. Okay, it's a funny assumption. Okay, you will feel very happy. Okay, so Aditya loves Riya. Okay, so this is that means this is the relation. Okay, f of n equal to big of gn, that is Aditya loves Riya. This is assume. You please don't mind, it is assumption only. Then if Riya loves Palas, okay, if Riya loves Palas, then Aditya loves Palas. This is known as transitive property. That means if Aditya loves Riya, Riya loves Palas, then Aditya loves Palas. That is the transitive property. That is, if f of n equal to big O of gn and gn equal to big O of hn, this is, then f of n and h of n is related to f of n equal to big O of hn. Similarly, if f of n equal to big omega of gn and gn equal to big omega of hn, then f of n equal to big omega of hn. If f of n equal to theta, big theta of gn, and gn equal to big theta of hn, then f of n equal to big theta of hn. So reflexivity, the property of reflexivity is that f of n is equal to big O of f of n. As I told in that class, it may be equal. So same, if it is same curve, then it is always true. Okay, f of n equal to big omega of f of n. F of n equal to big theta of f of n. This is, and symmetry, only theta, big theta follows the symmetry. If f of n equal to big theta of g of n, then gn equal to big theta of f of n. So this property, in this property, the if we reverse it, g of n, if it is given that f of n is big theta of gn, what is gn? Gn is big theta of f of n. But transpose symmetry, here f of n is big O of gn, then what is gn? Then gn is the big omega of f of n. Okay, then if it is say gn is equal to big O of f of n, then what is f of n? F of n is equal to big omega of gn. So this is transpose property. Yes.
Sir, one question.
Yes.
Sir, is it necessary that gn should be a single term expression? Can it have multiple terms, like for 3n plus 2? Is it possible that gn is equal to 4n plus 4 also?
No, gn can be anything, no? A function, maybe multiple variables. Say for example, g of n comma m comma k, something like that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so Gn is a function. This function solves many variables or many parameters may be there. Okay, it need not do a single equation or single function. It is not necessarily. Okay, so we will see in the solution. Okay, now questions from that introduction to algorithm Corman. Okay, so in the question that show that n plus a all to the power b is equal to big theta of n to the power b, where a and b are positive constant. Okay, so n here, n plus a is a constant. Okay, a is a constant which is less than n. We assume that which is less than n plus n, and n plus a is less than equal to twice n. That means big theta of 2 to the power, if we replace this twice n instead of n plus a, n plus a all to the power b is replaced by twice n. Twice n is greater than n plus a. Twice n all to the power b equal to 2 is constant here. Okay, 2 is constant. Big theta of c of n all to the power b. So it becomes big theta of n to the power b. It is proved, hence proved. C means so what? As we have seen that in the graph, what is C? C is this constant. Okay, we don't write the C inside the theta notation. Am I clear? So here we don't care about that this constant, maybe plus or maybe minus or any constant added to this or multiplied, divide inside the big theta notation, it is only discarded.
Sir, C can't be negative, right?
Huh?
Can't be negative. C can't be
C
negative.
can be negative, but maybe if some negative constant can be added also. It doesn't matter. Yes.
Sir, n plus a is less than or equal to n plus n is assumption, right?
Assumption.
Okay.
So a is constant, no? N is variable. A is constant. That what does it mean? Whenever you run a program, okay,
Yes,
say a is constant. Say for example, printf n times. Okay, you are printing n times in the loop.
Yes.
Okay, and you are printing a equal to say for example 1 billion times.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, n is say for example 100 times or maybe more than that, because it is variable, you don't know or we don't know, but because of this constant,
Yes.
that outcome always be constant, that will never going to change.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay.
That's why it is ignored in that representation, asymptotic representation, because n can be anything, infinite also, n can be any large value, but
Yes.
a is constant. It cannot be it cannot change during the runtime, so it is fixed. So that's why it is ignored, or it is fixed, that's why it is ignored.
Okay.
Sir, but n can since n can be anything, so it can be equal to or less than a also.
Yes,
Can't
obviously.
we mention here, like, isn't it important to mention that n must be less than or equal to a? That is why we can assume this.
Yes, and see, suppose n is, again here what am I assuming in this? N plus n. Here I am assuming this n plus n. A is also as powerful as n. So then n plus n twice n. 2 is a constant. Here 2 is a constant. We are representing this. And see, constant never change. That is fixed. And during the runtime, it gives fixed timing, fixed running time. So it won't affect the algorithm. That is predetermined. But n is variable, so you don't know the size. So you have to take care of this n. If a is also variable, you don't know, then it is n plus a is not equal to big theta of n to the power b. Am I clear?
One question.
Question.
Sir, this n is a variable, right, sir?
Huh?
N is a variable, means any value it can take. Yes. So my question is, so what if n is like a negative number, and a, as the question is already mentioned, a is a positive constant. So if a negative number, let's say n takes the form of a negative number, so the assumption we just took right now, n plus a less than equal to n plus n, if we put a negative number inside, then this assumption doesn't hold true, sir.
Can you input negative size? Can you input the total number of, suppose you have a program, right? C program or a Python program. Now input total number of minus 100.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes.
So n is
So it cannot be negative. No?
so n is also a positive variable only, kind of.
Huh?
So set of n contains only the positive.
That's why I have mentioned here that n is positive. And earlier also we have said that n cannot be negative in that bar. But here you can see clearly. Here n cannot be this side because you cannot input negative size. Total number of item cannot be negative. Right?
Okay.
A very good question. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So does
any
that
question?
mean if we have two consecutive nested for loop, it will be n complexity 2 to the power n power 2. So
Yes.
we can consider it as n square, right? N complexity of n square.
Well, suppose one loop is running 1 to n time, okay, and inside that loop, if it is running 1 to n time, then time complexity become n to the power 2. That is n square. Suppose it is then sequential, then n plus n. It become n plus n. Then it is twice n. So twice n is same as a big of n. Any question?
Sir, if we take n is
Yes, sir.
equals to 1 and a is equals to 2, then this statement will not be valid, right, sir?
Pardon?
For example, we are taking n is equals to 1 and a is equals to 2. So 3 will not be less than or equal to 2. Then this will be wrong.
Yes, but see, n is so what? You cannot determine.
N is the input
For example,
size.
input size. What is n? We have to clear it, right? See,
Yes.
what is n? You have developed a software, okay? Will that software only deal with 1 or 2 or 100 or 1,000? If yes, then
No,
it become
sir.
constant. If it become constant, otherwise it become n.
Wait.
If you cannot determine that what is the value of n, then so you have to consider that value. Am I clear? Maybe n is a is very much larger than n, but in your solution, in your problem, am I clear? Maybe very much
Yes,
larger. N is very less than a. Okay, but
Yes, sir.
it's constant. It won't change, but it can change over time. That's why we consider this and we ignore this. We ignore the constant part. Am I clear?
Yes.
Any questions, please?
Sir,
Yeah.
My question is that whenever we have to represent the big theta notation, we need
Yes.
to represent that C1 into Gn is less than equal to f of Fn. So we haven't represented this situation in this answer, in the solution. So we will have to also we assume that since a is a positive constant, so a will always be greater than 0. And for that we also we need to write that part also for the left hand side part.
No need to write. Okay, no need to write that left hand part also. In this case, that is that
sir,
relation. Yes. You please.
But sir, how can we say that this is theta? That this will be the theta notation. This can also be called the big O notation, also, right, sir? Because according to the definition.
Yes.
So, sir, but since we have to.
Your question is that it can be theta or it can be big O. See, I forgot to mention about that big theta and big omega, big O notation. That big O notation is, what is big O notation? Big O notation is the upper bound representation, and asymptotically upper bound representation, and big omega is asymptotically lower bound representation, while big theta is asymptotically tight bound notation. Okay, if you guarantee that this is n, and then you will just represent it with n. Okay, very tight, very close. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'll clarify your that point in the next coming slides. Okay, I'll clarify why we have not written f of n. See, this is a function f of n. This is a function f of n. So f of n is equal to n plus a all to the power b. How are you going to represent this? F of n is equal to big theta of 2 to the power n all to the power b equal to big theta of c of n all to the power b equal to big theta of n to the power b. That's it. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. So, sir, we in exam when this question will be asked, sir, so then we will also have to assume the left hand side of the equation, that is n is less than equal to n plus a, and that expression is greater than that expression is less than n plus n. Then only the question will be complete, isn't it?
Yes. See here, n. If we check it out here, a is much larger. Though a is much larger than n, but it cannot be large as n of n, because n can goes up to uncountable input size, but a cannot, because we don't know about that n. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Any more question?
Yes, sir.
So I should move forward. So next question. Do you have question? So from this, is big O of 2 to the power n plus 1 equal to big O of 2 to the power n? This is my question. It is just copied from Introduction to Algorithm Format. Okay, the solution is simple. See, big O of 2 to the power n plus 1. The function is given here. Big O of 2 to the power n plus 1. How will you break up? Big O of 2 to the power n into 2 to the power 1. Okay. So big O of 2 to the power 1 is so what? 2 into 2 to the power n. Now equal to big O of 2 means so what? C. C means so what? Constant. Into 2 to the power n equal to big O of 2 to the power n. That is equal. So we don't represent like this 2 to the power n plus 1. We just represent big O of 2 to the power n. Am I clear? Do you have question here?
Yes. No.
Do you have question, please? Okay, clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Because constant, we don't care here. Okay, but 2 is constant, but n is not constant. It is tightly close relation, right? So this constant C, 2 is this in here, 2 to the power n, big of 2 to the power n. 2 is constant, but n is not constant. We cannot remove this 2. Okay? Otherwise, it become meaningless. That's why 2 to the power n is the input size. Okay? Next.
So I have a question.
Yeah, please. Please.
Sir, just for knowledge, sir. So why do we take the constant out of this big O function? Means what's the reason, sir? Why do
reason? Because it doesn't. Yes. Because if we remove constant, then a constant part doesn't affect to the total number of running time. Okay, it doesn't affect in the running time. Actually, we will see what is the constant and what is in the program. In a while we design data structure, then we will see that we will I will inform that this is the constant part, and I don't care, and I will not include in that that one in the time complexity. That's why I'm removing. But for the time sake, you please believe that C is a constant. It doesn't affect to the time complexity, and that's why we are removing. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. And then here 2 is also constant here. Sorry, I need to put a bracket here. Okay. Is big O of 2 to the power twice n equal to big O of 2 to the power n? So 2 is a constant. In the upper script, 2 twice n is a n is not constant, but 2 into n, 2 is constant. Can we remove? The answer is no, because because 2 to the power twice n is equal to, if we remove this, then 2 to the power n plus n. Okay, that means twice n. 2 to the power n plus n, that is twice n, and equal to big O of 2 to the power n into 2 to the power n. If we represent like this multiplication, if we multiply, then 2 to the power n into 2 to the power n, right? So 2 to the power n, we can form it back to the 2 to the power n plus n. Now equal to 2 to the power n into 2 to the power n. Is it equal to 2 to the power n? No, it is not equal to big O 2 to the power n. That's why this is not equal to big O 2 to the power n. So we simply write big O 2 to the power twice. But if we say, for example, 2 to the power 2, okay, 2 to the power 2 is equal to what? 4. 4 is constant. We can easily remove it. Okay. So coming to that functions, say for example, you have a solutions. Okay, you have a solution. It gives time complexity of 1 2 to the power n, n cube, n log n, n square, n to the power n, n naught, n factorial, square root of n log n. So if you have this sort of algorithms or solutions which gives one big O of 1 or big O of 2 to the power n, big O of n cube, big O of n, big O of log n, big O of n square, big O of n to the power n, big O of n factorial, big O of n square root n, big O of n log n. Which one will be the fastest? According to, so we have to arrange in the ascending order. Which one will be the fastest? Fastest will be the big O of 1. So this is big O of 1. Okay, it will be the fastest solution. The next fastest solution is that big O of log n. Then next fast solution will be big O of square root of n. Next fast solution will be big O of n, and then slowest solution is that n factorial. If n factorial steps is taken, then it is the slowest one. If n to the power n steps is taken, then it is second slowest. To the power n takes huge time, n cube solution also takes huge time, n square also takes huge time. But if you solve the problem in big O of 1 or log n or square root of n or n log n, then it's justifiable. Okay, you have a solution. So do you have any question?
So how did we deduce this, sir? How is log n is much faster than n? I mean, if we write a code, we always use in terms of n equals to 1 or n equals to 2 less than n, something like that. But from this series, I come to find that log n is much more faster than n. So why is this, sir?
See, what suppose n is in earlier example we have taken, right? N, if n takes, supposing if n takes 64 CPU cycles, then log n solution, if suppose big O n solution takes 64 CPU cycles, then log n takes how many CPU cycles?
6.
Huh? 6 because in log base 2. In computer science we always take log base 2, not log base 10 or log base e. Okay. So in computer science we take only log base 2. So 6. Okay. So which one is the faster? 6 steps running. 6. Suppose 6 steps or 64 steps. Obviously 6 steps.
So with this log n is a function in itself, no, sir. We have to put the n inside the log. It's a bit counterintuitive, sir. So that's why it's hard.
No. This is time complexity. So I'll come into it. Okay. Okay.
Sir.
Now,
sir, n factorial should be faster than n to the power n, because in n factorial we are covering the numbers n and numbers less than n, whereas in n to the power n we are covering all the numbers, all the n numbers will be n itself.
Which one is greater, n to the power n or n factorial?
N to the power n.
N to the power n, sir.
N power
Yes, sir,
n.
n should be greater.
Huh?
Yes, sir. N to the power n should be greater.
Then n to the power n will be the slowest one.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
And
sir.
n to the power n will be the slowest one. Then second slowest one will be the n factorial. Okay. Thank you for your observation. Good. I like it. Okay. So,
hello, sir.
Sir, I had a question that day in the group also I asked. Sir, why do we consider log base 2 in computer science? Only
binary? Binary in SR?
No, binary.
Yeah. Okay. Computer science is based on binary.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, consider a problem where we have to find the second largest number in an array. There, sir, we have two algorithms. We have many algorithms, but two are most common. In one of the algorithm, we will first search for the largest and then search for the second largest. Here, the time complexity is big O of n. And in the second algorithm, we will just search for. We'll take a number a, then we'll search for the number next to the largest number. Here also time complexity is big O of n. That's yes. Then how will we think such as which algorithm to choose? Because in one algorithm we are traversing through the array 2 times, and in one time. But both have the same time complexity.
Yes, both are same time complexity. Or it won't affect your time complexity.
So then we can choose any algorithm we want.
Yeah. But you can optimize. Yeah, you can optimize it. Okay. Oh, will come. This problem will come. This is interesting. It's an interesting question, and there is an interesting solution also. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Lots of interesting solution to find that second largest, get largest. If you have said that, oh, you find k at largest, then what will be the solution? So you have to traverse k times. So k into n. But there is an interesting solution. Heap. You can use heap technique. Okay, we'll discuss.
Okay.
We'll discuss.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Or any questions from Riya?
No, sir. I understood so far. So I'll have to read it again once more to check if I didn't understand something.
Don't mind about the transitive property.
No issues, sir.
Nice. Aditya, any question? Palas?
Yes, sir, I got it. So I have to revise it again.
Yeah. Yes. So now let me open one MS Word. Okay. For I equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. Okay.
Sir, could you please zoom in? It's not visible properly. Yeah, okay.
Is it visible?
Yes, and now
Yes, sir.
visible.
Say for example, this is my for loop. This automatically become in there. So what is the wrong with this for loop?
So semicolon.
Semicolon.
So semicolon.
Semicolon cannot be there, sir.
Okay.
So if there is semicolon there, then it will stop terminating.
It will terminate, yes, sir.
Very funny.
So how many times Binod will be printed?
N minus 1 times.
N times.
N times.
N times.
N times. Okay.
N times, sir.
That's common.
Okay. Now how many times n will be printed?
So what did you change?
So n is not initialized.
N is not, yes, sir.
So it will show
I think it's
error
error, sir.
because n is not
Error.
initialized. N is not given any value.
Sir, semicolon after the for.
Small n and you
So
have
it will
given
show error, sir. Compiler
semicolon
error.
there.
The semicolon.
There's semicolon.
So semicolon also.
Semicolon is.
Sir, for
Semicolon, sir, after the for loop.
Yes. Who said?
Yes.
Who said one time?
Sir, me, it will print one time, but the loop will run 100 times, performing no work.
Yeah. This is so what you are running program inside this loop again and again up to n time 100 times. Okay, but after that it will terminate. This will terminate. This block is start. This block will start and it will print only one time. Binod will be printed only one time. Okay, am I clear? There is nothing wrong with this.
Yes, sir.
Semicolon. If you don't put here any condition, also it will work in for loop. But it is infinite. But you can define it as a, say for example, n. Okay, I can make it work. If counter equal to 100, then break. Now counter equal to 0. Now it will iterate up to now we are breaking, right? Say for example, you always take I, right? I, then I plus plus. So I is equal to 0. It won't check and it will come. If I 0 equal to 100, if yes, break. Okay, then I plus plus. Otherwise I plus plus. Increment if I equal to 100, then it will break. So how many times it will run?
One time.
101.
101.
100 times.
101.
Yes, 100 times. 101 time it will break.
101.
Yes.
100.
So 101 times it will work.
Yeah. 101 times it will run. At the 101 times it will break. Because it is initialized from 0, right? That's why. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
if it is n, what is the time complexity?
So order of n.
2 to the
Big of n plus 1. Big of
N.
n plus 1.
N, right?
It becomes big of n, right? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So, I have written, say,
Yes,
for
sir.
example, for I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Okay. Another statement for I equal to 0, I less than m, I plus plus. So what is the time complexity of these two?
M plus n.
Big O of n plus m.
Big O of n plus n.
Oh yes,
Sir, it will
it
n plus m.
become big of m plus n. Because it is sequential, it will add. Okay, it will add. Suppose this is n. This is n. What is the time complexity?
Big of n.
Big O of
Big of n.
Big O of n.
Big of twice n. So big of
Sir,
twice n,
n.
2 is constant.
Big of n.
n. Big of n. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So yes. So here,
Yes, sir.
yes. If I say this, what is the time complexity?
N square.
Big of n square.
Big of n square. Big of n square. If I put this big of, what is the time complexity?
N
square. Big of n into n square.
Okay, big of mn. So m into n. Am I clear? So here it will directly multiply. Okay. Now it up to a half. What is the time complexity?
Big O of n.
Big of n.
Completely n.
Big O of n. Big O of n.
Big of n divided by 2.
N, sir.
Big O of n.
Half is a constant.
1 by 2
Constant.
into
Big of
n equal to big of
n.
So it takes big of n. Am I clear? So it's
Yes,
so
sir. I have a doubt.
it is very easy, right? How to measure big O of n.
Hello, sir. Sir, I have a doubt. If we do binary search and if we use n by 2, like we take midpoint as an criteria, then its time complexity will decrease to n by 2, right? This statement always doesn't work.
Let me. What is the time complexity? How many times it will run?
Log n. Big O of log n.
root n.
Yeah, it will run up to big O of log n because it is first half, second half, or we can write alternatively also. I equal to n. Okay. If I is greater than 0, if we understand binary search, then I equal to I divided by 2. That means first make half, then again half, then again half, making half, it becomes log n. So it times complexity log base n.
Sir, I didn't understand this, sir.
You didn't understand. So suppose it is 64. How many times it will run? Calculate it.
6 times.
I get it. So that's so what? 6 times.
6 or 7 times, maybe. Right?
Why are we using log here, sir?
Huh?
Why do we need to use log here?
Because is it n, big O of n time? N is much larger. Nearest possible is so what? Log n.
Okay.
Okay. Clear? You are not clear from your expression, right?
Yes, sir.
What is your doubt? Can you elaborate it so that we
Sir,
can discuss? Yes.
why are we using log here? Big O.
Log to represent the time complexity. How many iterations it will take? How many iterations it will going to run? Am I clear?
Oh, okay. Yes,
So
yes.
this means that if we change the 2 into 3, the base will be changed to 3 or something like
Yeah,
that.
three. Yeah.
Okay.
Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Still doubt.
Sir,
If you
sir, sir means base will change as per the iterations. Like here, we are dividing by 2, so the base is log n base 2. It is base 2. So suppose if we do I by 3 or I by 4, then it base will also change as per
change.
the iteration.
Yeah. That's true.
So means base is always not fixed.
Yeah, not fixed, but commonly in computer science, commonly we say we will take base 2.
Okay, sir.
So how many times it will run?
Log of n times.
Check it again.
Root n, sir.
Check it again.
It will not stop.
Square root of n.
Infinite times. Sir.
Sir, it will run
Infinite times.
Square root of n, sir.
Infinite, because 0 into 0 is 0.
Infinite.
Now it is log n. It will take log n times. Division or multiplication same, right? In this case, incrementing by dividing, or incrementing by decrementing by dividing, or incrementing by multiplication is same. So it will take log n. Yeah.
So once more, please. This one. I equal to 0, 1.
0. This.
So now
0,
you
1.
please tell once again. Yeah.
It's
It's
means, This 0,
Sir,
right?
it's not 0, 1, it's 0. Yes, sir, please.
0 means first 0 is less than n, true. Am I clear? 0 is less than n, n is 64, true. So I equal to 0 into 2, 0. Again check 0 is less than, okay?
Yeah.
Again check, 0 will never going to increment. 0 will remain always 0. So this condition always true up to infinite time.
Okay, understood.
Understood? Right. So this way we calculate the time complexity. Okay, this way we calculate the time complexity, how to calculate the time complexity, and what are the dependent on the time complexity. Okay, so we'll clearly discuss about that, how slowly we'll going into that big O notation, big theta notation, all those notation. We'll slowly go into that, into the depth of that notations, representations. Okay, how to find out that time complexity. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you feel it's easy, right? Representing big O in terms of that iteration is very simple, easy, right? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So,
Quite easy.
Yes, sir.
yes, it's very easy actually. It's not so difficult as we think that time complexity. It's a very difficult thing. But I again say that if you don't know time complexity, how to measure time complexity in data structure is meaningless and useless. Okay, you cannot differentiate which one is better, which one is worst, or which one should I pick. As one question was there, say one is taking say two iteration, two iteration, and another is taking one iteration. Which one is better? So we'll go into that side also. We'll analyze everything, and you can easily analyze yourself that how will you going to analyze your code, your solution, how fast is this without running. Okay, you can compare and so on. Okay, am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Niharjati Vasishtha type that n plus n divided by 2 plus n divided by 4 plus. Is it right? Oh yeah, it is right because it is log n. Okay. The problem is divided by half. Again, divided by half means n by 4. Again, divided by half is n by 4, n by 8, n by 16, n by that one is log n solution. So, any question left from your side? Kirti. Chapu, Kirti. Entra, Kirti. So Kirti is not listening, though he has. Now Kirti is listening. Any question from your side? Today it is clear, right?
No, sir.
Today it is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How was the class?
Good, sir.
Good, sir.
Good, sir.
Amazing, sir.
Enjoyed
That's
it, sir.
right.
Enjoyed it, sir.
Can we get now, sir?
Enjoyed it, sir. Loud.
Yeah.
You use great examples, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
It was really nice, sir.
That example, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Other
Dimwadi is everywhere.
Yeah. You will in the entire life you will never going to forget that transitive property.
Exactly, sir.
Especially that three of them. Especially the three of them.
Yeah.
And Paula.
Palamex and Aditya will never forget this.
No one forget this. Okay. Because this is an example, right? To make you understand, make you get on. Yeah. We should enjoy the class. We should not feel bored or that one. We should, and as I expected that, as I was expecting that you will ask lots of questions. Then you are asking lots of questions. Thank you very much for your questions. Actually, without your questions, that class become very boring for me too. Actually, for me too, it's become very boring. I'm just saying, and no one is interrupting. No one is questioning me. Then it's become very bored. Okay. You should always ask question, or if you don't want to ask question, you just type in the chat box. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's call it a day.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.